here at the Yoga Art Space Studio, and today we've got a fun practice, some of my favorite movements to get into the legs and into the hips. So let's get right into our hammocks. Find the front edge of the fabric, weigh that left and right, and then hook your thumbs on this front edge so you can grab about half the fabric, maybe 5 grips or so. Back up under the plumb line, rise up to tippy toes, and slide your way right in. Immediately coming all the way to lay down. We give ourselves a few breaths here. And asking ourselves, can I be a little bit more present with my legs than I normally am, even just for these few minutes I'm practicing today? So with presence to lead us onward, let's take some nice initial stretches. The arms extend all the way to the back wall. Shoulders can go right and left. Take it another time to each direction. And then back through the center. Bring your right knee into the chest, hug around it. Take a few nice ankle rolls. From here, leg stretches up to the sky, grab onto it. First little stretch for our hamstring today. See how straight you can make the leg. Take another wonderful inhale. And exhale, release that one all the way down. Second knee into the chest. A few nice little ankle rolls. Left leg up to the sky, grab onto it, help to lift it up. Another good inhale. Exhale, drop it down, kick the feet free off the front, grip onto the fabric. And here we're sitting all the way up. From here, bringing your hands onto the inside, we're bringing this right knee into the fabric so that we can try to clasp the hands around the right foot. With that clasp, lean back just slightly and allow yourself to lengthen the right leg up to the sky. A couple of nice moments to just breathe here as the hamstrings getting stretched out. Allow yourself to release, crossing this right knee on top of the left knee, maybe even a full eagle's toe wrap. Clasp your hands around this right edge of the fabric, and then take your spine into a nice twist. The right arm reaching back behind you, or right arm coming all the way to wind behind the back of the head. Spiral the spine, help to open up all those muscles. Take another really good inhale. Exhale, release, second side. Clasp the hands around the left foot. Lean back just slightly so that we can lengthen this leg all the way upward. Another good inhale. With our exhale, cross this leg over, maybe toe wrap. Bunch up the left side of the fabric and take a beautiful stretch. Left arm going to the back or winding around the head. Another good inhale. Exhale, release. We take a simple little inversion. Hook the thumbs back behind you. Leaning back, the fabric is right on that belt line. Wind the legs and give yourself a chance to be upside down. Spine getting to have a chance to be nice and long, gravity pulling it to the earth. Take 3 more breaths upside down. And then reach up, grabbing the fabric. Take a moment with our floating child pose. Good work, grabbing onto the fabric, let's exit. We're coming all the way behind. And from here, bunch up the fabric in both of your hands, about as wide as the shoulders. Lean forward, take a nice 90-degree bend forward. Begin to introduce little movements, swaying a little bit to the left and to the right. And then swaying all the way to the right side, bend the right elbow down. Straighten both arms forward as you swing to the other direction, bending left elbow down. Returning forward, take another huge inhale. Nice exhale. And then find yourself standing just on the left foot. Bring the right knee into the nose. Take that right leg all the way back behind you, warrior 3. Twice more, right knee to the nose. And then right leg all the way back behind. Last one, knee to the nose. And back. From here, step that right foot in front of your other for a pyramid pose. And then use the fabric to help you lean about halfway forward. Bending the right elbow down. Enjoy that extra deep stretch through the hip and the shoulder. Lengthening both arms forward. Let yourself rotate the heels so that you're pointing your toes toward the long edge of the mat, and then lean halfway forward to that direction. Return forward, step the right foot back. Second side, lean directly forward. Left knee into the nose, kick it back. Twice more. And land this foot in front of the other, leaning forward, pyramid. Bending the left elbow down, you get to lean to the left. And then rotate on the heels, doing this nice wide angle stretch forward. Good, pivoting forward to return. Launch yourself backwards to your feet. And from here, let's take the left ankle into the fabric. Trying to work with our balance here. We try to not hold on, hands either like balance beams at the side or at our heart, while we let this left leg have some loose time to simply swing left and right, left and right. Getting through all sorts of tight areas through that hip. Go once more to each direction. And then when the leg is back forward, we take a nice spinal twist. The right hand goes to the outside of both ends of the fabric so that we can spiral our spine into a beautiful twist, gazing back behind us. Return facing forward, grip up high. We take a slight splits forward, doesn't have to be super deep. And coming back. From here, we're stepping the left foot inside the fabric. The left thigh is also inside the fabric. Grabbing onto the left ankle, lift it up, and this will start to square your shin, making it parallel to the floor. So from this spot, this may be an intense enough stretch already through that left hip. If not, continue to lean forward just a bit, getting slightly deeper. Beautiful effort. From here, your weight comes backwards. Continue to maintain this left foot inside the fabric. Free out the knee. Hook that left foot on the far edge of the fabric. Trying to grip this closer edge to slide the fabric clear up to cover the entirety of this leg. Once you're there, dive both arms through the fabric. Push the elbows wide into the two ends. This helps to lift up the leg as we're leaning forward. Returning back up, another spinal twist similar to what we did just a moment ago. This right hand either comes inside the fabric, left hand twisting open behind you, or the right arm tries to hook clear on this outside edge of the fabric. Spine spiraling open. Free that out. On this right side of the fabric, right hand goes at the heart, left hand grips clear up high. We turn to this long edge of the mat on this side so that we can bend halfway forward. Starting to get that deep hamstring stretch. You might be at the spot where you can drop the right fingertips down to the ground. That's perfectly fine if you're there. You may even hop your hand a foot closer to the top edge of the mat so that you can take more of a splits action with your inner thighs. Take one more good breath. Return backwards. A little spring to your bottom knee to help you lift all the way up. And then as you face back to the top of the mat, make sure your glute is all the way covered behind you. From here, allow this left toes to go over to the right side. Dive the elbows through. And we take a moment with a nice toe stretch. Lift up the right toes, set them at the back of the mat, and then rock forward on those toes. Either stay there or go for a quadricep stretch. Right hand at the right knee and then slide up. Maybe left hand can circle around to grab the toe also, maybe not. You want to make sure you're feeling the quadricep stretch. So if you're not, what you do is Bring the knee an inch or two backwards of where it is. Breathe that out. See if you can take a nice lotus pose, swinging the ankle around in front. Hands at the heart. Nice meditative seat for just a few nice breaths. Feeling this presence with the body. Enjoying this time that we're taking for ourselves. Good. Freeing out the leg. Drop it back down to the ground. That same position that we were in just a moment ago for the toe stretch. And then the fabric, we start to slip it off the glute and all the way down to the thigh for a deeper pigeon pose. Bringing hips all the way forward. Another great inhale. Exhale, hop the bottom foot forward so that you can simply stand up. When you begin to extend the leg forward, slip the fabric all the way out of this foot. And if your left foot wants a little shake, maybe your right foot also, give it a brief moment of love. Okay, all of that on the second side, starting with right ankle in. Let this leg start to swing left and right, just loosening through that joint. Awesome. One more set to each side. If it walked up your leg, push it back down to the ankle for the spinal twist. Left hand hooking to the outside of the fabric. Right hand reaching behind you. Lift the spine tall. And then exhale, spiral even deeper if it's available. Good. Return forward, reach the hands up high. A moment with splits. Beautiful. From here, when we return back, step the right foot into the fabric. Right thigh inside also, that little bit of pressure outward. That keeps the leg inside as you start to lift the foot up until we square the hip out. So from here, grab on. Literally a couple of inches leaning forward is all it takes to start to activate that hip stretch. Enjoy a beautiful inhale. Nice exhale. Return back. Free out the knee. And begin to separate the fabric. Sliding the fabric all the way up to the right glute. Once we're there, both arms dive forward. I like to start off in prayer position. But then once I've dived forward, the elbows push wide into the fabric. Lifting this leg up, lean the chest downward toward the thigh. Good, release. We've got a spinal twist. The left hand either stays in the middle, right hand opening up behind, or the more difficult version, left arm hooks along the outside of both, right arm reaches behind. Beautiful. Unwinding. Now is the point where we turn to this left long edge of the mat. The left hand is at the heart. The right hand is reaching up high. From there, we can bend halfway down. Or maybe reach the left hand down to the ground. Maybe hop forward about a foot, taking the deeper splits version. Good, return back, a little spring to the knee to help us rise back up. When we face forward, we double check the fabric is covering up to the glute. And then let this knee bend out to the side. The toes are to the left. Dive both arms forward and through. Lifting up the back toes, set them at the back of the mat. A little breath or two with that toe stretch. Left hand scoops up the knee and slides up to the ankle for the quad stretch. Maybe right hand can join, grabbing the big toe. Remember, if you don't feel it, pull the knee backwards, just 2 inches or so, and you feel that stretch so much deeper. Good, here we head to lotus pose. Pick up the ankle from in front. And by the way, if you're just kind of hanging out, holding onto the ankle, that could be where you're at today. Maybe you can place the cross leg position up in front of you. Sometimes it's slippery and you just need to hold onto your feet. If there's enough stability and friction for it to stay, you're welcome to join your hands together in front of the heart. Imagining you're like a floating monk, just meditating here. You're feeling so light, so present, that you can't help but just float away from the ground. Another huge inhale. And exhale. From here, we unwind this left leg, set it back far to the back of the mat. We scoop the fabric off of the hip, sliding it down the thigh for the deeper pigeon pose. Okay, as we're ready to come out, hop the bottom foot forward, shoulders free themselves back behind, and then take the leg all the way out. Maybe little shakes for each side. Okay, one last little inversion here, facing away from me. Take the fabric right across the back side of the belt line, that part of the hips. Lean into it, keeping it at that spot, don't let it rise. Start to tiptoe forward until you're back in your plumb line. From there, hands rise, knees go wide so that you can wrap the feet back around the fabric. Releasing, we're dangling again. Take a couple of breaths just to be right here without any extra effort. And then right leg lengthens up to the side, swivels behind, and then you bend the foot. Bending the knee, we can grab that foot from behind, setting up in our beautiful chandelier pose. Release, wind this leg, second side, left leg goes long. Swing it around, and then bend the knee, grabbing on if you can. One more good inhale. Exhale, release, wind the leg back up. And just let yourself dangle a few extra bonus breaths. Take a good inhale. Nice exhale. Reach up, unwind the legs. As you come out, slip the fabric up to the shoulder blades, giving yourself a break for a few moments as our blood pressure gets back to regular. Maybe swaying left and right. And from here, we head into our final Shavasana. Grab the front end of the fabric, wave it out. Take those 5 grips of fabric, head on in. Make sure you're comfortable through the shoulders, comfortable in the arms. There's many variations you can take of arm positions. And when you feel comfortable, we give ourselves a couple of minutes here just to breathe, relax, release. Begin to deepen the inhales and the exhales. Lengthen the arms all the way back behind you. Let the shoulders go left and right. Good, as we're back here through the center. If you'd like to take a few fetal positions, roll over onto one side body and take 2 or 3 cycles to this direction, curling in, arcing back. And then reverse, switching it over to the second side, same amount. Return onto your back, kick the feet free, rising up. We join our hands together in front of our heart. And we wrap up this practice we got to share together today with a silent Om, thinking Om through the duration of an entire exhale. Let's inhale together now. May we be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste.